Juan Mora, just sitting here on campus in Norman, Oklahoma. Just got through with the practice. I guess I just want to start with today specifically. What is it that you're trying to get out of today? What was the team working on? And for you, like, what are you focusing on in those drills, those moments that you're trying to get better at?
Yeah, coming together as a team today, we just really wanted to come in and continue working on the areas that we've been focusing on going into the competition and now leaving our last competition, obviously, with Wyoming. And personal-wise, I was able to go out there and really focus on positioning. I know looking back at that Wyoming match, I came out victorious, but I also gave up my first takedown of the season. And so looking back at what caused me to get that takedown and what I did before and after it was really what I focused on today. A lot of positioning, a lot of recovery drills, and then finding my own offense, continue to build on my own offense to continue to be exciting. So.
Talk about that match a little bit. This week in Wyoming, it's the home opener, right? So you've got the buzz going on around here. There's a big game going on and everything, and you guys get to start the day off. But for you, I mean, you iced the duel. You like being the last guy?
No, yeah, for sure. Going into the competition, the first home duel, it was very exciting. A lot of nerves for sure. I know I had a lot of nerves. I felt it for my personal self, and I can sense the nerves on the team. But at the end of the day, we were excited to compete for the home fans. We've been busting our tails, and on the road for the first 2 times we competed this year, we were really looking forward to being comfortable here at home and putting on a show for the fans. And shout out to Antonio really starting this off, and me closing it. I'll always look forward to being the closer, because I have that sense of feeling that I got my guys' back no matter what. Me being the last guy to wrestle, that means I got 9 guys to back up, And so I take a lot of pride when that moment and opportunity comes, whether I'm sealing the duel for us or I'm just closing out the show. Nothing changes. The way I wrestle stays the same. But me personally too, I was really excited to go out there and wrestle. I had my family in town for the first time, able to come out and watch me compete. They traveled all the way from California, and so I was looking really forward to go out there and put on a show. And it was exciting to go out there and get the first 2 takedowns of the match, and stuff happens. Not every match is going to be a blowout, but I was very fortunate that the match panned out the way it did, and I learned a lot from it. Especially towards the end, when I had to get that escape in short time and not let somebody into my legs and hold and really focus on position. I know later on down the line it's going to pay off in March. I get these type of matches under my belt, so it was a good overall. Good team bonding experience too. We came together really strong.
I've noticed there's a few California guys on this team.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about Norman, Oklahoma, that draws a lot of California guys out here?
Man, I think it's for sure. I think the comfortability. There's a lot of comfortability out here, and that's a double-edged sword sometimes. Especially from California in the past. No shade, but there's a lot of comfortability coming out here, and a lot of guys can fall victim to it. You get too comfortable, then you lose track of time and you lose track of your goals, and it's gone like that. But there's some guys that come down. I know I can speak for myself. I understand the position I'm in and the timeline I have to do it, but I don't stress about it at all. I believe in myself, and I believe in my coaches that I have here and the community and the staff that goes on down the list. They're all here to support me in my dreams and my goals, and so I love it down here. Me being from the Central Valley of California, I get a lot of home vibes here, being right there in the middle of Central Valley, Turlock, California, and hopping on the interstate, being 30 minutes down the road from bigger cities. I get the same feeling here when I hop on the road and go down to Oklahoma City on weekends, to visit down there and get my mind off of wrestling a little bit. So it's a good feel.
So diving in a little bit there, I mean, how do you keep that edge, or how do you stay sharp and stay focused when, it could be doing anything right now, but you're coming in and busting your tail in the college wrestling room, and that's not easy, right?
No, yeah, for sure. It's it takes a army, a full team effort. At the end of the day, I have a lot of good morals to myself. I put a lot of my identity into my faith in Christ, and so I'm really big on that, and understanding that I'm going to do bigger things at the end of the day rather than wrestler. But I also keep myself humbled at the same time and driven, knowing that right now I accept that my identity is in wrestling, and so I take a lot of stuff personal. So that's what drives me with these workouts. That's what drives me when we're out on the track. That's what drives me when I'm in the weight room. I want to push it to the limit and go as hard as I can. And if I don't get the results I want, I'll beat myself up for it in the moment. But then I'm right back at it, picking my coach's brain, picking my teammates' brain, giving phone calls to back home, calling my mom at sometimes to bring me back down. And so that's what it goes all back. It takes a tribe, But at the same time, I understand that. These goals are great for now, but I'm gonna do bigger things when this is all said and done later on down the line. So that excites me too. So,
Talk about this team a little bit. These guys that you're in the room with every day. What are you seeing? What are the vibes? And who are you working with? And how are you guys getting better, growing as a group?
oh, for sure. This team has come. Has come a long way, but it still is going a long way. Especially coming in from last year, a lot of familiar faces returning. We picked up some again this year from the transfer portal, but we're clicking right now. We believe in each other. We have each other's backs when it comes down to it. There's a lot of energy coming into practices. There's smiles on our faces. We're able to crack jokes in the locker room. So we're picking up, coming on the mats with good vibes, leaving the mats with good vibes. And if there's anything that's needs to be talked about or anything, obviously, we hang around each other every single day. So we're brothers, and brothers fight, but we never leave the room on a bad term. We always make sure we're okay by the time we leave, and by the we're back in with the next 8 hours, 6 a.m. Getting our one-on-ones in with the same partner. But it's been good. Me personally, I've been working, a lot with some of our freshmen, like Ricky Thomas is coming. He's a very talented young kid. He offers a lot for himself that I'm able to take away from. I work a lot, obviously, with Coach Marston. He's able to guide me through the practices, pick positions that he wants me to work on. We go over film a lot. And then I get on the mat sometimes with Bradley Hill and DJ Parker a lot too. I know DJ gives me, I tell him all the time, I hate wrestling you the most out of anybody in this room, but that's why I go with you the most. And especially the days where he says he doesn't want to go with me, I would do something to him in the locker room to piss him off. So then he's like, okay, we're wrestling. I'm like, good. He's like, you did that on purpose, right? I'm like, yeah, but now we're wrestling. And so we're on the right track. We're excited. Short-term memory, as Kish told us right after Wyoming, we enjoyed it for the moment, but now we're focused on the next Central Michigan, looking to really put it on them also. So,
for you, what do you think you need to do over the next 4 or 5 months come March to really dial in and hit your goals that you want to hit?
I just got to continue to be consistent, and also continue to be faithful and obedient, through all seasons, through all the highs and lows. Right now, whether I'm winning or losing, and right now I know I've been winning, but I know there's going to be a time everybody, if I don't lose a match, I'll lose a position, I'll lose a practice, I'll fail a test, a bad phone call. There's going to be adversity in every season. Adversity comes with every season, but being able to stay focused through those times and be able to stay faithful and obedience is what I've really been focused on. Faithful and obedience. If I can focus on that, I know the rest will follow. I understand, and I know that I'm a hard worker. I put in the work. I go above and beyond. That's a given. I don't really focus on the area because that's already programmed in who I am. And so being able to stay faithful and obedient and work on other areas. Okay, let's work smarter today. So that's one area I've also been very focused on and working smarter. And my coach has been helping me out a lot with that too, up and down. The staff they've all been pulling me to the side. Let's work on this. Let's taper off on this. Let's do this. Let's not do this. And so being consistent, faithful in obedience, and working smarter, not harder some days. And I trust in myself, and I fully trust in this coaching staff that they'll have me where I need to be in March, to get on that podium and get on top of that podium and do it.
Last thing, what's the best part about being a Sooner?
Best part about being a Sooner? That's a good question. For me personally, being able to just say, to represent the brand, is one thing. I understand that I'm not just, everyone's on the team, everyone's on the team, everyone's a Sooner, but not many people can go out there and represent it, and so I take a lot of pride that I'm able to go out there and represent such a program and such a history of wrestlers and such a history in itself, in such a big community that every time I step on the mat, I only have such a short time to perform and let everybody know in the nation, that what it is to be a Sooner. And I'm very proud and very humble that I'm able to get those 7 minutes every time I slap hands to be able to go and represent that, the history here. I love the history, and I'm very fortunate that I'm not only on the team, but I'm able to be the one to go out there and represent and show a lot of pride when I do it.